Hi, as part of learning exercise today, let's see Azure VNet pairing or virtual network pairing. First, let us see what is virtual network or VNet pairing. If you see the diagram in this slide, that the top leftmost one where we have two different virtual networks are connected in the same region. The second diagram down below shows that two different virtual networks are connected in two different regions. VNet pairing is a process of connecting two different networks either in the same region or in different region so that they can share the resources within the virtual networks. The connectivity between the virtual network is through Microsoft backbone connectivity. So with that, what is VNet pairing is allow you to seamlessly connect different Azure virtual networks. VNet pairing is a one-to-one relationship and it is not transitive. This means that if VNet A is paired with VNet B and VNet B is paired with VNet C, then resources in VNet A cannot communicate with resources in VNet C directly. There are two types of pairing that Azure supports. They include virtual network pairing, and that's the first one, and the second one is global VNet pairing, that's the second one. So here, network pairing allows you to connect networks that are located within the same region as one another in the first type. While global virtual network pairing allows you to connect with virtual networks that are deployed in two different regions. Let's see some key points to note in VNet pairing. Number one, network traffic between paired virtual network is private. Since the traffic between the paired virtual networks remain on the Microsoft backbone network, it remains private without the need for public internet or gateways or even encryption. Second one, no public internet gateways or encryption is required in the communication between virtual network when you deploy VNet pairing. Third one, for paired virtual network, resources in either virtual net can directly connect with the resources in the paired virtual network. Fourth one is related to low latency and high bandwidth. The latency between two paired virtual network is same as that of network latency within virtual network. Next one, there is a nominal charge for ingress or egress traffic that uses virtual network pairing connection. That is, the data transfer either from a virtual network to another network or from another network to a virtual network, they are chargeable. Next one, before pairing at virtual network, check for non-overlapping IP address that is not allowed in VNet pairing. And the last one, once virtual networks are paired with another virtual network, then adding or deleting the address range is automatically disabled. So these are the important points that you have to note it under VNet pairing. Now let's see what are the uses of VNet pairing. They are used in database failover, like the one shown on the leftmost diagram. You know, failover is a backup operation mode that automatically switches to a standby database or server or network if the primary system fails or is shut down for some servicing issues. Failover is an extremely important function for critical systems that require always on accessibility. Next one, used for disaster recovery. VNet solutions effectively reduces the cost of downtime by minimizing periods of downtime and securing data in event of disaster. VNet disaster and recovery solution give peace of mind to the customer so that the data is secure and accessible even in the event of major disaster when an entire infrastructure is destroyed. The last one is cross data replication. Cross region replication helps to quickly recover from Azure region wide failures. Also, it will help to serve the customer faster as we can use replica for read traffic, and a few of them might be very closer to the replica region, I mean the main region. Next thing, let's see what are the major benefits of VNet peering. The first one is network traffic is paired virtual networks becomes private, and so it is more secured. Second one, virtual network pairing in Azure allows transferring data across Azure deployment model, subscription, and also other regions. Third one, no downtime issues in global Azure virtual network pairing. And so the customer satisfaction will always be high. Fourth one, it configures the connection with the high bandwidth with low latency in the VNet region. And the last one, this is very cost effective and time saving process that controls the backup traffic sharing from the different regions. So these are the some of the benefits of VNet peering. Now let's see what are the constraints related with VNet peering. The first one, VNet pairing does not support transitive pairing relationship as we have seen in the previous slide. If you look into this diagram on the right hand side, we have VNet 1 is paired with VNet 2 and VNet 2 is paired with VNet 3. Now, VNet 1 is not paired with VNet 3 and this is not allowed. Second constraint with VNet pairing is resources in one virtual network cannot communicate with front-end IP address of a basic load balancer, either it is internal or public, in the in a global paired virtual network setup. Sometimes that use of basic load balancer don't work over global virtual network pairing. There are many services exist like that. We cannot add address ranges to or delete address ranges from the virtual network address space once virtual network is paired with another virtual network. That is, once VNet is configured, you cannot do address changes. I mean, adding an address change or deleting the address change is not allowed. And the final and important one, there is nominal charge for ingress or egress traffic that utilizes the virtual network peering, though it resides within the Azure framework. With that, I end up today's session on VNet pairing. I hope this video is helpful for you for your exam preparation or interview preparation. If you like this video, go ahead and subscribe it. And don't forget to ring the bell and you will be notified whenever I publish a new video. As usual, this is not the end of the session. We will be continuing our learning session in the subsequent class also. Till then, stay safe. Bye now.